Hey, in this lesson, we're going to continue adjusting the top navigation, but this time we're going to do it within the toggle for the smaller viewports. So we can see here, if we open up this menu toggle and we close it, that it's gray on maroon, brownish, not quite centered, and so you can't read it. We want it to match that beautiful navigation that we have on the wide viewports. So let's go into our code. We are going to grab the Site Inspector clicker. We're going to click here. We want to, actually first, let's open this up. First, we're going to deal with it in its open state, then we're going to deal with the menu button itself. So I'm going to click here and take a look at one of my sections. So main navigation toggled on. So style sheet line number 614. So if I go here to 614, I can see from line 590 down to 617 is all of the open state for the main navigation. So any adjustments that I make here is what's going to adjust this here. So I'm going to grab this. Let's see, where are we going? We want to get rid of that left padding. So I'm going to set my padding here to 0. Let's see. Padding 0. Good and sweet, fit right in. And we're going to go up, and our main navigation A, we're going to change that to that beautiful magenta color. Nice. And we're going to give it a background. We're going to give it that background color, which was E1FF87. Sure to give a number score there. And the background color for our hover state was going to be white, FFF, and the color was going to be black. Okay, now we can see we have a few problems with it. First of all, we're going to get rid of that underscore. So for these list items, I'm going to go text decoration, and none. So I'm going to go scratch this. Okay, so I'm going to want to get rid of this underscore here. So I'm going to go into my main navigation A, and I'm going to go text decoration and none. And I'm going to copy that for my hover state also. And we want to, this font weight is a little light. So let's go font weight, what were we looking at? 700? Yeah, 700, that's good and bold. And we want to text transform this to uppercase. Text transform uppercase, and now they're all uppercase. So we've got a lot of space in between here that's pushing the rest of our content down. We really want to narrow that down. So it's margin top here. Let's try 1 rem and see how that looks. Not quite. Let's go with 0.5. Yeah, I like that. So that's 7 pixels, 0.5. Our font size is 12. That's pretty good. Our line height, we're going to go R1 rem. That looks good. And so what we want to do is we fill it out. It looks like kind of like a Christmas tree. We want this all to be the same width. So if I go into my, let's see, if I go into my my list item, and I want to display, and we're going to display as a block. and it doesn't work for the list item. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to display block for our link so that we have a nice even width for the entire link. We're also going to have, so what it's doing is it's giving it the width of whatever the widest item is in this area. We're going to give it a little bit of padding also. Padding on the left will be 1 rem, and padding on the right will be 1 rem. And let's see, how does it look if we give it 2? Does that look better? Actually, that's not too bad. Let me go with 1.5 rem. Now that looks good. So now we've got our home. Everything works well. But what we're going to do, we want to get rid of that ugly menu. So where is that menu in our code? Menu toggle. Here we go, menu toggle, line 277. So here we have 277. Let's see. It's 277 down. There's basically 2 states. We're going to get rid of this background image because we don't like gradients anymore. It's 2000 whatever. And we make everything flat in this house, right? Get rid of our box shadow. Get rid of our shadow here. We want to get rid of our border radius is 0. We don't want a border. Let's see, when we open it up, yeah, let's give it a background color. So our hover state, we have our active state. Let's scroll up, and we have our menu toggle here. So let's get rid of this border. 0, border radius 0. We're going to get rid of this background image. We're going to give our background color, we're going to go again with that neat little highlighter color, which was E1 87. Nice. And don't want a box shadow. Again, we want to have that all caps, so text transform uppercase. Transform uppercase. We wanted to give it that color, which is so pretty, at 9827 3D. And we want to give it that font weight of 700. Nice. And now we have our menu toggle. Goes to white on rollover. Let's see, our hover state. Remember, we're going to make that black on white. Scroll over. Good. And then the active state, we're going to flip that. So we're going to make the active state similar to the way we have our background color and our main color, but we're going to flip it. So when we go to the active state, we're going to give the background color, let's see, we're going to give the text that highlighter color, and we're going to give the background color that nice bright magenta. So that was 9827 3D. Sweet. So now we've got, open it up, roll over, you got your highlights. Now it's looking really good. So in this lesson we covered the toggle. We took a look at how these are made, how these are styled. We took a look at how these rollover states are styled. And for our next lesson, we're going to take a look at some of this vertical spacing and really clean up our design.